and I just try to make myself stronger, and I just try to learn how to control over my emotions. So I have improved a lot.
Yes, Vajat, what about you? Are you a sensitive person? We talk about your feelings.
Yes, sir. I'm also a sensitive person, but uh, I don't. I sir didn't see the slides. Let me see the slides. First, you asked to Miss Sanam, I think, Miss Saman.
Yes, Saman,
Then I will
what's
answer
your,
all the question.
how are you, Saman?
I didn't see the slide.
I'm fine, sir. Alhamdulillah.
Yes, Saman, what do you think? What kind of person you are?
Yes, sir. I am very sensitive, sentimental, emotional, and I am very even bad at controlling my emotions. So my family members and my loved ones also used to say that you should have some control on
Compare
yourself and
as
control on your emotions
when you
because
compare
I get
yourself with others,
sentimental.
what do you think? Less emotional or more emotional than others in your surroundings, like
No,
your family and
I am more emotional, but
hmm,
now I try to I'm trying to hide my emotions.
hmm.
I'm working on it
Con- but you
because
still fail to control.
if I show, yes, sir.
Yeah, you
Most
try to
of the
hide, but you
times,
cannot control it.
yes, sir. Most of the times, it happens with my loved ones, with my close ones, and with my husband, and with my parents, and with my siblings. It's hard to hide your emotions in front of them. But
Mm,
yeah,
yes.
but with the strangers, I try to hide my emotions and not to show with them. So
Yes, Wajahat. What is your opinion about yourself? Are you a sensitive person or a emotional one?
Yes, sir. I think I am also a sensitive person, but I don't get very emotional at the time. But I'm getting emotional with my only family members, not with
Mhm.
everyone. And I try to hide my emotions. I don't share my emotions with anyone, and I also control my emotion very well
Do you do you have any
because
emotional
I have
character in your
also
family?
faced many problems. Sir,
Wajad,
what did you say?
I
I
said,
didn't
do
hear
you
you.
have any emotional character in your family? Like anybody is very emotional in your family? Mother, father,
Yes,
sister,
sir.
brother.
My elder sister was is very emotional, so
Mm.
I'm not very emotional in such senses and not very sensitive in such sense. She is very
How
sensitive. She is very
how is
sensitive
your control
in her
about your
nature
emotions?
wise. Whenever someone said anything wrong or any taunt on her, so she is getting very upset and can't do any work right, can't do any work fruitfully. So I am not very emotional in such sort of senses. Even I have faced many problems in my life. I've also faced I also deal with the big problems in my families, and I also uh, do some big decisions in my family. Even I have my big brother and I have my father. But on facing problems, on making some big decisions, it's on my shoulders to do such big decisions. But I share all things with them, but I don't getting very emotional in making any decision.
Okay, what
I
Wajad,
feel
once you are
sensibly or at
emotion,
that time.
Wajad, once you are emotional, can you control yourself? Do you have this ability to control the tackle your emotion?
Yes, sir, I can control my emotion, but my anger, it is very difficult for me to control my anger because I am getting very anger such a sort of time. But now I'm practicing on such things, and I have much control on my anger by
With the
watching
passage of
some.
with the passage of time,
Yes,
which
sir,
means you are
with the
going.
passage of time, if I compare myself with the 5 years or I think last 1 decade. So I think I have control much more on my emotions.
Hmm. So, Binish, control. How is your control? How well can you do it?
Sir, I can control my emotions.
Expert.
I just, yes, I
Control,
control
or
when.
as someone said, hiding but not controlling. So do you hide or control? What do you do?
So sometimes I need to hide and sometimes I need to control. When if there is anything related to me, I just try to hide. And when it comes to, give a reaction, and when I find someone crying in front of me, so at that time I just lose my control, and sometimes I start weeping too. So that at that time I try to keep myself calm and control.
Okay, so when it happens with you, when your emotions become a problem for you, have you analyzed with yourself that when the emotions are a problem for you?
No, sir, I never experienced sort of things. I never found my emotions being, a problem for me. So I think I show my emotions like normal person when I find someone in difficulty, and when find someone, if I listen a news that someone passed away, so sad news. So I think it is natural to show your emotions, and I show accordingly. But sometimes when I'm experiencing pain of a certain thing related to my own personality or uh, my own self, so at that time I just try to hide my feelings, because I never want myself to expose in front of anybody. I never want anybody to see me as a weak person. So I just try to hide my emotions at that time.
What are your emotions when you are being ignored somewhere at some place at an important place when you are being ignored? What are your emotions?
I
Being
give
you
no
become sad,
emotions.
you start crying,
Yeah,
you
yes,
get got angry.
no, exactly, sir. It makes me very sad, but I never express it. I
Hmm,
never
very good.
express it, but it makes me sad from inside, and it takes longer to remove those emotions or those that pain, but I never express it.
Yes, Saman. What is your situation? What are the emotions? When are the emotions problem for you?
Sir, I think I have a mixed feeling about it. Sometimes I think that I don't think emotions can be a problem ever, but I think emotions sometimes contain the solution as well to all your problems. But
Hmm.
sometimes I think one should know to hide their emotions, and people should expect less, and I think expectations also matter. When we expect from other people, we get hurt most of the times, and we get emotional, and then it's difficult to hide your emotions from them. So I think we should
How
expect
do
less.
how do
Yes.
you react when you are emotional and you are being ignored at a particular
Obviously,
place?
obviously, I don't react in front of them how I'm feeling right now and all, but I cry most of the times alone. Yeah. So this is,
So
or with my in front of my husband or in front of my sister.
definitely you need a shoulder to cry. I always say this that you need a shoulder to cry. That situations when you are
No, not a
being
shoulder
hurt
to
and when
cry. Not always. No, it's not like that. I don't want a shoulder to cry on, but um, I can't. What should I say? I can't control on my emotions most of the times. So eventually, I cry.
but you need yourself to be consoled. You go somewhere and you tell somebody, you
Yes.
discuss something, then it is over. That's a
No,
shoulder
sir.
to
No,
cry.
it's no, sir. No, it's not over. Um I don't know
Hmm.
what to say, but I get lack of words.
What is the mediation? How do you get over? How do you overcome the situation of your emotion? Do you have any?
I get distant from those people. I try to get distant from such people
Hmm.
who I thought that they can harm me in any way, or they can in any way.
Don't you
Yeah.
don't you
Yes.
retry?
I do, but once I realized that they're not gonna change ever, or or their nature is not going to change ever. Obviously nature can't change, so I get distant from I get distant myself from those people. I try to get distant as much as I can.
As possible. Yes.
But
Wajahat,
sometimes people think that I'm getting rude or I'm arrogant, but they don't know why I'm
it
doing like that.
it means that you are unable to hide your emotions. That's why they realize it. If you control your emotions and you hide even your emotions, they cannot realize that you are being rude or you are being
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
overreact.
True that.
Wajahat, what about you? What happens
Yes,
when
sir.
you
If
are
someone
being
ignores me, then I don't react.
hmm, what happens?
Sir, can you repeat? Because when I switch on my camera, I didn't hear.
Okay, I said when you are ignored, what is your emotion like? Feel angry, feeling crying, or sad? What kind of feeling do you have?
Yes, sir. When someone ignores me, I don't cry because I never cry easily. It's a long time ago
Usually
when when I
females
was
cry, I
crying.
guess.
So crying is a weakness, I think.
Females do cry, I guess. Yes.
Crying is, I think, crying is a weakness to show your depression.
No, it's not a
So how?
weakness.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think so. That it's your emotions to
it's a self
express your
repair.
feelings.
I say it's a self repair.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a
you can
self
say
Yes,
repair.
that
I
too.
think that
Yes, sir.
crying is a self-release of depression. But hello.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Yes, please.
But if someone ignores me, so I don't
Yeah.
at that time. But I realize that he has no importance for I have no importance in his eye. So I make a distance. I keep distance from him. I don't make such friends who ignore me. Even
So
if someone ignores me, then
don't
I
you don't you
realize that
retry to
this was the his original face by which he showed me. So I keep away from him, or I keep a distance from such person. I don't show any anger to such a person, and even I don't expect something from anyone. If I help someone, if in my family member, I never expect someone that I help someone or I give someone any sort of thing. So I think that he should or he or she should bear some respect to me, or he should say some comments to me. I never believe on such thing, and even my father no compliments on me when because when I did many works in my home, and I have many responsibilities in my house. But whenever even my father don't reply me anything, but my brother did something, so he always appreciated him, but he never appreciated me. So I never realized such thing. I have ignored such thing. Is my what happened to me if my father is not appreciating me? So there were many things over there. I don't expect
you are a
such
strong
things.
heart.
So
You have
I'm
a
not
strong
very.
heart. I said you have a strong heart.
Yes, sir. That times makes my heart strong, because if you face
Okay,
some bad
Vaja,
or mishaps in your life, then you will become a stronger.
definitely time teaches you. Definitely, it happens. Vajahad, are you generally a positive person or a negative person? What do you think about yourself?
Sir, I think I'm a positive person, but I never show some negativity in sort of thing. If my friend is my in surroundings, I have found my friends or my such siblings who have some negativity, so I keep away myself from them. I don't show because my father and my parents, their upbringing show me very positivity. Even I don't meet with my such sort of relatives who has some sort of negativity, making um, or making some bad thoughts. So I avoid them, because by getting to making when we getting together, and so they always say making fun of the others and try to make a funny that make the jokes of the other. So I don't appreciate such things. And even my parents have also same habits like that. They don't make fun of the others. So I avoid such things. So I think I am a positive person.
Let us say, Vinesh, what is your experience? Negativity, do you find in yourself, or you think you are a positive person whenever you
So
see
I
a
think
situation?
I mostly I find myself positive. I think positively, and I ponder upon that what to take positive and what not. So I always try to extract something positive from any situation, anything, just to keep
Good.
myself calm.
Yeah, but normally it happens when anything is happen. If suppose we invite somebody and he doesn't come to the to our invitation, we usually have a negative thinking about that person. And to any situation, we always have a negative. This is the general habit of people, that they always have a negative thinking. So, do you think is it with you as well?
So what do you mean by this? We invite someone and they don't come.
If they don't come, so we always have a negative thinking that they didn't want to come, they ignored us. Rather, we think that they are busy.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I think it depends upon our association. I'm my best friends. When it comes to my best friends, if my best friends don't talk to me regularly or frequently, or if I invite them, they don't come or they don't join me. I understand. I understand the but in some cases, you really feel that if someone ignores you, I think it is not associated with the arrival, but if someone deliberately makes you feel that he is or she is ignoring you, so it is something which hurts you, and it obviously it makes you realize to think negative about that person.
Yes, I agree with that.
Someone, you are
Yes, sir.
a negative one or a positive one?
No, sir, I am a positive person, and I hate such negative people, and that cannot be my friend. And, if I'm getting any negative vibes from any person, that cannot be my friend anymore. And I try to get distant from such people. And as you said that if a person is if I invite any person and he or she didn't come, and I think that he deliberately didn't come. So it depends on your nature as well. If my um for instance, my observation is skills are good, so I observe people. And if I observe that and if any person is is a negative person, or his nature is like that, then I'm not gonna think about that. Okay, fine, there must be a reason, that's why I didn't come. No, I know that I know that person very well, so I don't think positive about them. So that's my
So,
nature. So I
and
Sir,
what
get
I
about,
I
yes?
Sir, I think
Yes,
the only solution which I find to tackle this situation, that if someone ignores me, I just ignore them back. So
Yes,
this
sir,
is this
exactly
is the
same.
way
tit for
I
tat.
just
That's tit for
yes,
tat, I guess. Yeah?
exactly, sir. I just leave.
Ah,
If a
okay, but
person is not if a person is not loyal to you, then there's nothing left.
Exactly.
okay.
Loyalty
Uh,
matters.
as it is a discussion, I want to share you about myself. What my behavior is at this situation. If I feel I'm being ignored, I try to win that situation. I retry, and I can go to as for as many tries as possible, and I try to win the situation. And I usually make it. This is my personal skill. I feel that when I feel somebody is ignoring me, so I feel that he does not know me, that what I am actually. So I try to go to the next level, and I try to make him realize.
Then unless or until if that person is important to you.
Exactly,
Oh,
sir.
yes.
If someone is very close to your heart,
Important, exactly.
you go this way,
Then
and
you go and Yes.
Yes, I do this for my friends too, but there was my friend whom I, treated very well all the way. I just tried to build our relationship and keep our relationship intact. But eventually, when I found her that she is not responding me, she is not giving response to me, she is not, she don't want to be my friend, though she was my childhood friend. When she ignored me a lot, so I just left her, and I left her. I hurt a lot at that time. Now I find myself very calm that she doesn't deserve my friendship.
But it needs to have a bigger heart. I feel that to leave someone, to forget someone at any stage of a life, I feel it's a very big deal. It requires a bigger heart. I cannot do it. I mean, I feel that at that situations, I cannot forget people who are associated me with a very close level. I cannot
So
forget
what
them,
if
and I
Sir,
so what if
what if
a
someone
person
leaves
doesn't
you,
want
sir?
that?
Yes,
What if
sir.
a
What if
person doesn't
someone
want
leaves
that?
you? So no,
no.
sir, I gave her a cell phone and she did not, even reply. She did not. She just once texted me back that I have received that cell phone, and she never called me. That hurt me a lot. That she don't want to be in contact with me. So that
I'll
was the thing, and that and after some time when I came to know that she is going to marry, and her grandmother called me and invited me, she did not even tell me that she is going to get married, and that was the time I decided that I no longer be in contact with her.
Oh, you got really hurt.
Yes, I got
yes.
hurt. I'm still hurt.
Yes.
But it's still, this is the situation where your skills are tested. You have to there. This is the time when your skills are tested. At easy level, at easy relations, this is easy to know someone and easy to make someone round. But that's the situation where you are being tested and you have to show your skills at what level you can go. But
Yes,
anyway,
sir.
it's not a piece of cake. It requires a lot of
Yes, sir.
sacrifice to go to the bottom level. And mostly I find people who are very easy to leave someone, but that for my level, I was sharing my level that this is very difficult for me. I feel dying, when I say I would leave I would disconnect that person just because of that reason. I said no, that would be a dying situation for me. I wouldn't be able to do that.
So you are
Sir, I
sensitive,
So
I think.
also try to keep maintain my relationships, but
hmm.
if they don't want to, then
Okay,
I try to certain limit. I
I
try to
have I
certain
have a
limit.
very good discussion of Qasim Ali Shah on that topic. That a person when he leaves you or he doesn't value you, actually he doesn't have the skill of valuing people. He is leaving a good person. So
Sir,
I'll
what if
share you this.
someone leaves anybody in response? So I think that that's not the point where we should think that we were wrong. If someone is not responding, if someone is not giving value to us, if
So
someone is not,
so
testing
he
us
or
and
she is
test,
wrong. He or
yes,
she
yes,
is
or
wrong
she.
actually.
So if our emotions or our strength is tested for a long time period, and we cannot hold our, our own self to, treat those people,
Sir,
and there is a point.
there is a saturation point of everybody.
Exactly,
Everybody has some
exactly.
saturation point. So if it comes,
Definitely,
then
it happens. But everybody has its own.
yes, sir. It depends.
Someone can go
But
to
I,
extreme level as well.
but
Yeah.
sir, I think we should keep our heart big, so that if in times in the future, if someone comes back to you and seek help, or seek our company, so
To
I think
give
we should keep ourselves,
to give a warm
generous
welcome to
to.
that person.
Yes, sir.
To give a warm
Yes.
welcome with an open hand. Yeah, this is good. So, what makes you feel good? All of you, Wajahat, what makes you feel good? What happens with you? Like for your emotions, what makes you feel good?
So the things which makes me feel good is whenever I help someone, that makes me feel good. Whenever I have to do some task and
Mm.
it was accomplished fully on time, then I
From
feel very
others,
good.
what do you expect to when you feel good? From others, what do you expect? They call you,
Sir,
they meet you, they see you, they gift you,
yes, sir.
they
It's
respect
a
you.
human nature. If someone give you respect, then you feels good. If someone give you any gift, he is very close to you. I think your siblings, your friends. So then you feels very good. And if someone is uh, doing something which is so very surprising for you, then you also feel good at that time.
Do you
And even my
Fajar, do
even
you watch
when
movies and movies?
yes
Do you
sir,
watch
I do
movies
watch
and dramas?
movies.
And what is your reaction to the? What's your reaction? Do you get emotional?
No, sir, I don't get very emotional on such movie because I have in my mind that this is basically just a movie. Don't getting so emotional. Even my family member, my father getting so emotional when he's watching some old movies, black and white movies. Even he cry after watching movies Mother India. So I don't have such feeling. I
It
also
happens
watch such
definitely.
movie.
It happens.
It's a very sad movie. I know, but I don't have such emotion at that time. I have control on my because whenever I face some sort of mishap in my family, then I'm getting very emotional and feeling sad at that time.
Okay,
But
Benish.
it's a part
Benish,
of
what about
life,
movies
sir.
and situations?
Sir, mostly I never get emotional seeing scenes, but I get involved in such scenes in which there is the script is very good. So I really feel the words when someone or emotions when someone the situation is describing. So sometimes it happens when I feel very closely and deeply
Do you ever
words
cry?
and sometimes I not yes sir, sometimes it happens.
Like when Danish died, did you cry?
No, sir, that was this. No, no, sir, it was funny for me.
A lot
I'm
of
talking about
a lot of females
very.
cry at that time when Danish died.
No, sir, I don't like such dramas and such a script. I'm talking about those things, which are literary. And sometimes I read book and I still remember that when I read the Thousand Splendid Suns and I got emotional when I found Mariam being killed by the Taliban when she was hit and she was shot. By the Taliban, that was the moment, I couldn't keep my emotions control and I wept.
Hmm. Yes, Saman, what is your uh, emotions about watching dramas and movies?
Yes, sir, I get emotional whenever I watch a movie or sad movie, or whenever a scene comes. For example, um, I cried a lot while watching Gajani, and yes, sir. And I cried a lot while watching. I recently watched a movie, Indian movie, which I don't know, but which inspired me a lot. Thappad.
Hmm.
So it's a
Yeah, it
very good
happens
movie.
with the different
So
situations.
I
Okay,
cried
so
while
Where
watching that too.
where
yeah,
did you see this, Thappad Ye wali film?